The least I can do is speak out for those who cannot speak for themselves. Jane Goodall. Jane Goodall will always be remembered for her work with chimpanzees. She changed the way people and scientists think and study animals, specifically chimpanzees. She showed us how studying animals in their natural habitat in the jungle of Gombe is possible. Jane taught us that we don't have to study exotic endangered animals in a laboratory cage. She grew up determined to share a home with chimpanzees. She loved animals. She loved living with these African animals and finding information and ways to help them. Many animals would now be extinct if it weren't for Jane's efforts. Jane is a caring, loving, brave, confident, and inspiring woman and scientist. 55 years ago, at the age of 26, Jane Goodall went to Africa to study chimps, for she knew nothing about them. She arrived on Gombe, an island just off the coast of Tanzania, with only a pair of binoculars and a notebook to record their behaviors. Jane observed a war between two colonies of chimpanzees that went on for about 4 years. Some may have been killed. But she also observed that they can be more gentle than humans. Their behavior was more like people than she thought. Through her observations, she discovered many interesting behaviors. Like humans, she discovered that chimps make and use tools to find their food. Jane Goodall's patience and hope earned her the trust of the shy chimps. She donated her time to the chimps day and night, but as she gathered research in 1980, she discovered that chimps became endangered because humans were taking their habitat. That's when Jane went around the world and talked to people about chimpanzees. She created a foundation called the Jane Goodall Institute. Its mission reads, "We are a global nonprofit focused on inspiring individual action to improve the understanding and the health and happiness of great apes and to protect the planet we all share." Jane realized that partnering with the local people is critical to the chimpanzee's survival. More recently, she started the program Roots and Shoots to inspire young people to improve the environment for all animals and humans.
We have found that after all, there isn't a sharp line dividing humans from the rest of the animal kingdom, as we find animals doing things that we, in our arrogance, used to think was just human.
Change happens by listening and then starting a dialogue with the people who are doing something you don't believe is right. Jane Goodall.
I knew there was deforestation going on around the park, but I was not prepared for the absolute devastation. I couldn't just stay in Gombe watching chimpanzees leading an idyllic life. I had to try and do whatever I could. I think of support, because when I was a child, my mother supported all my crazy love of animals. When I wanted to go off to Africa, aged 10, and everybody laughed at me, she supported me, and she simply said, which I took to heart and repeat again and again, that if you really want something, you have to be prepared to work very hard, take advantage of opportunity, and above all, never give up.